All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Inner Monolog. I'm going to be your host for this evening, and we got the usual suspects plus a guest. Chris, how's it going?
What's going on, guys? I'm happy to be here. This is actually my first time doing someone else's podcast, so it's pretty freaking cool.
Oh, welcome.
Freaking awesome.
Nice. Welcome aboard.
That's dope.
Tell our viewers a little bit about your podcast.
Yeah, so my podcast is called You Might Be Surprised, and the whole point of it is I just rant about shit and whatever I find hilarious, whatever I want to talk about. I go from topics about why Megan Fox is the hottest girl on earth to going to movies all by yourself. And just I've talked about so much shit. I think I'm on like episode like 68. My next episode is gonna be number 69. So that's pretty lit.
Giggity.
And yeah,
Lucky number.
lucky number 69.
Question: I didn't get a chance to listen to that, but do tell me about your rant about going to the movies by yourself, and don't hold back. Simply because yesterday I wanted to watch a movie that my wife didn't want to watch, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll go by myself."
This is why I'm doing it. So okay, I go to the movies all by myself because I'm 25 and I feel like I need to do this for myself. Because whenever I do get myself into a relationship or whenever I do get myself into like just with somebody, I don't have to owe them anything to drag them to the movies. I don't have to, hey babe, can you please come? And I'll rub feet, I'll do all this shit. No, I don't do any of that because I'm comfortable with myself to go to the movies. I don't have to drag them all through there. I don't have to go see 50 Shades of Grey 25 at some point. You know, I could just go see my movie and then just go back home and be comfortable with it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I totally did that yesterday.
Oh yeah. What'd you go see?
Let There Be Carnage.
Oh, that's what I went and saw.
We're going to go see that tomorrow. And
Yeah.
Shang-Chi, if it's still there.
Yeah, my wife was like, "Yo, like it doesn't seem like my kind of movie." I was like, "Say less. I'll be back."
Enjoy mine.
Exactly. Get yourself a fat ass popcorn, chilling.
It's funny though. People were looking at me like, "This man just walked in here by himself." Like I was planning some kind of mass shooting or something. I was like, nah, I just really like this movie.
I want to enjoy this movie, damn it.
I'm pretty sure someone was like, "Yeah, I don't think I trust that mustache."
Right. They were like, "Look at him. Look at a little scruffy motherfucker. Look at him."
He's got the beard of a shooter.
Like, did anybody do this?
Damn near. People walked in, saw me sitting there by myself in the front row. They took a double look, just walked right back out.
I'm pretty sure they were like, "This is the part in the movie when the black people leave."
Yep.
Oh man.
Sounds like an interesting podcast, though, brother.
Yeah, but thank you. Thank you. It is. I don't know. I just ran about stuff. I always want to start a podcast, so I do it all by myself.
Props.
Sometimes
we're running into a lot of single host podcasts.
I feel like it's more of it's simpler because whenever I wanted to start this, I didn't want to have to rely on anyone. I could just buy all the equipment, start doing it. And now it's just I've been doing it every single week. And it's kind of like helped me just like flow thought. Like I feel like whenever I have conversations with a girl at a bar or something like that, like I can flow more because of this. So that's super nice and helpful. So
I didn't know you rapped.
Chris,
Chris,
do you find yourself being more self-critical of yourself because you're a solo podcaster? Or do you think you express yourself better?
Whenever I first began, no. Now I don't get self-critical like when I'm doing it, but I get self-critical about like the topics that I'm choosing. Like I always think about it because like I think about what would I like to hear and then what would someone else find something enjoyable. So if I can't think of something good, I get super depressed about it, but then normally I can end up just like spitting something out. So
Yeah, like for us, we got 4 of us looking for shit each week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be helpful compared to just one. And then you never know
There's
what to
some
talk
weeks
about.
it seemed kind of dry though for us, and like we'll have like very few things, and then we're like, there's weeks like this past week where we all have like a pile of stuff. And we're just like, all right, what's gonna make it or the cut and what's not.
For sure.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get. Damn, I'm fucking up. Let's go ahead and get started with the dirty joke. All right, so follow me real quick on this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Not even a scenario. It's just male bees die after mating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally their life.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, nut, Cheerio.
Nice.
I want to laugh really hard, but I also don't want to shit myself.
That's even worse.
You should do it. I think we would do a lot better if you do it on
He
camera.
He
Man,
stopped at nuts.
this is such an uncomfortable situation.
What nut?
Fucking mud butt, man.
When you're climbing up the ladder and you feel that dookie splatter.
Diarrhea. Keep going. Keep going.
No.
Oh, man, I was
Let's
hoping
move
one of you guys. I was
Let's
hoping
move
one of
on
you guys
to
would
the
pick
next.
up.
Shut up. Remember, you ain't hosting. You got
Yeah.
diarrhea.
Fuck you, man.
Whatever. You the one that fucking couldn't hold out. Correction, your butthole couldn't hold out.
It's betrayed me a lot this year.
Yeah.
I hope somebody hears the beginning of this episode before they get to the part about you telling him his butthole couldn't hold out.
We're in this.
Well, thank God Jose can post clips because Instagram is back, right?
Yeah.
And
We
Facebook. That shit went down
the
for
outage.
a couple hours. People were
Survived
going
the
through a
outage.
whole social media friggin' apocalypse for a moment.
I was
That was
like, I'm at
crazy.
work. I can give 2 fucks.
It was a
Exactly.
spotlight.
Bullshit.
I was waiting for people to start running around the streets, putting pictures in front of each other. Do you like this?
Bruh.
Dude, legit, there were 2 girls in the store who were bitching that they couldn't get paid on Instagram.
What?
Wait, you get paid on Instagram?
Yeah. What the fuck were they? Models or something?
What
Or
the fuck do you think?
Like IG.
Instatots? Instatots.
It's the thoughts.
Hey, that could be a motivation page too, like Insta thoughts.
No, Instatots, dummy.
I
Tots.
know. What I'm
Tots.
saying. If you said thoughts, it could be a motivation page.
Oh,
but-
okay. Maybe in the coming year. We'll see.
All right, shut up. All right, so moving on to the first topic. Cops caught in 4K. So, first story: deaf man who couldn't hear the police commands is tased and put in jail for 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go, numbnuts. It's your story.
All right, so the man's name is Brandy. He was driving through a parking lot in Colorado at a laundromat one September afternoon in 2019 as he was running his errands. And he ended up getting blinded by the lights of a parked police cruiser. So 2 officers from Idaho Springs began shouting commands at him. He was 24 at the time. One of the officers threw him to the ground. Another one tased him, and then, according to this federal lawsuit that's being filed, they slammed him with resisting arrest. Here's the kicker: the man is deaf, and he only speaks in American Sign Language. He is unable to read lips, so he's pretty much suing for a violation of his civil rights.
And
then-
rightfully so.
And on top of that shit, they threw him in jail for 4 months.
Yep.
Like, how the fuck? At some point, do you not realize there is like a massive misunderstanding here? Or, I'm sorry, but are the cops in Idaho Springs, Colorado, bing, bada, bing, 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 idiots? No offense to anybody out there, just saying.
Wow, they couldn't tell from whatever the fuck that just was.
But yeah, so even me, like, wanting to be a cop years ago, even this pisses me off. Just like, dude, I feel like we have too many dumbasses in law enforcement and not enough guys with brains. And the ones with brains tend to get shut out as a result of like the dumbasses. Anyway,
and then he went to jail because he was resisting arrest, right?
supposedly, but yeah.
How can you resist arrest? Can't even hear or you're being arrested.
How do you resist arrest when your ass got slammed on the ground and tased?
Yeah, because from that article, it seems like he was just like on his way into the laundromat.
And they had no idea that this dude was deaf.
I get like you just can't tell someone is deaf, but I've experienced working with deaf people. They can't talk. They can make some sounds, but they can't really compose words. So
Not all. There are some that
very few.
There are some who have recently lost their hearing, but they're able to speak, and then there are a few who can make audible noises, but they don't actually know that they're making audible noises.
Right. But that's what I'm getting at is you think at some point that would have clicked in your head, maybe this person has a disability.
Which is all the more reason why they felt justified in doing what they were doing. And they didn't even regret it. They still maintain that he was resisting arrest.
Well, that's what they're still maintaining, even after being
not
sued
to play devil's advocate here, but I get that the man was deaf and disabled, but does that stop him from being able to resist arrest?
Not necessarily. Well, do you know you're being arrested if you can't hear commands?
For all intents and purposes, he could think someone's dressing up like cops and assaulting him.
But here's the thing. What's the number one thing cops do when they approach somebody giving commands? They say commands, right?
Right.
So if you don't know, if you can't hear, if you're just like...
Well, see, your thing was that this man must have been deaf for a while, so most deaf people could at least read lips.
And most deaf people don't mouth.
Yeah, I mean, I would give the cops the benefit of the doubt if one of them later on did not get fired for using a taser on the 75-year-old man.
Oh shit!
Fair.
Goddamn, Jose.
Damn. You think that they would stop after they like knew that he couldn't, like that he was unable to hear them?
I don't think they found out until they got him into jail.
Yeah, you think they would have dropped the charges though? Because in jail they do process you and make sure you don't have any medical conditions that they can't take care of. Because if you do, they got to send you somewhere where they can.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Psychiatric facility, what have you. You get the point. That's what I'm saying. Like at the county jail, I'm pretty sure somebody had to have been like, "Hey, dumbnuts, you realize this man can't speak?" No. I've worked in a jail, but like we were really particular about all that stuff. Like, if a woman was pregnant,
get another lawsuit.
So somebody that's deaf can't go to regular jail?
It depends. You can, but there has to be accommodations made for you because you're deaf. Like if a woman is pregnant, there has to be accommodations made for the pregnant woman. She has to be in a cell by herself. She can't be around others, women, males. They have to be given more food. There's a bunch of different things. At least here in California, there is.
And a deaf man needs someone to translate so that way he can communicate.
Right. Again, I worked in a jail in California for the city of Berkeley, so that's a totally different. You better treat everybody with kindness and respect unless they fucking give you a reason, and if not, then you're gonna get fired. That's how strict the city of Berkeley was with us. So.
Are you done?
But I can imagine this place in Colorado is like, do whatever the fuck you want.
Well, hopefully he wins that settlement. All right, let's move on to the next joke. All right, you guys know something that's funny about Jesus?
What?
After he preached, he fed the people with fish and a slice of bread, and people still say he's not black. Sorry, guys. I had to do it.
Especially for the
right.
Trying to hold it in over here, dude.
All right, so next story. Bill Cosby has said that R.Kelly has been railroaded in his conviction.
Real quick, what does the term railroad mean? Because I'm thinking of multiple things.
I was thinking the same thing. I was very confused with this.
Does that mean like he's getting like just rammed right into jail because he's R. Kelly? Does that mean like he's like taking it in. I
You
don't know.
legit just answered your own damn question.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
like as in like they're railroaded, as in like they're taking
They're making
no
an example of
leniency. Basically, they're giving him no leniency and they're throwing the full weight of the book at him,
While
Was
others
it-
have gone, while others have walked in the past.
or gotten lighter sentences. But
Like
I don't think we
Brett-
have any.
like
I don't
that
think we have
Storm
any
example.
example of a situation where somebody has committed the crimes that he's committed in such numerous counts and
'Cause-
faced a lighter sentence.
Because that's what I was going to bring up was like he's gotten away. I don't want to say gotten away, but he's done some pretty horrendous.
He has
shit.
gotten away because dude, he's what in his 50s.
Yeah, he's in his 50s.
Was
Yeah,
I the
and
only one who
pis-
didn't think that thought he was already in jail? Like,
I thought he was on like parole or something. Like he'd already gone to jail after the
Yeah.
whole pissing on a minor thing.
it's fucking crazy. I thought he was already in jail.
Yeah, I figured I knew he'd get out. Like, dude, he literally called himself the self-proclaimed Pied Piper of R&B. If everyone knows, the Pied Piper uses his music to lure children
I thought it was mice.
and children.
I mean, it's a weird thing to say, nonetheless.
And on top of that, I came across a video where someone said that R.Kelly is technically not a pedophile.
So,
Now, of course, when I heard that, I was like, bullshit. Moving on. So I listened to the rest of his video, and it's another term where apparently you're attracted to a certain age group, like 14, 15, and 16 or whatever the hell.
You're
But
attracted
they
to-
all stem from the
still a
same category that you like children. It does not matter. You're a pedophile.
minors.
Yeah.
Jesus, what the fuck is wrong with people today?
Fucking idiots.
Listen. What R. Kelly did was wrong, but why the fuck is Bill Cosby even weighing in on this?
That was
Yeah, like, as you said last time, like that's like the blind leading the blind at this point. And I think we got a clip.
No right to
Yeah, we got a clip. Hold on.
like, hey.
laughing in the back.
What do you think
Can y'all hear?
Bill Cosby personally thought about this R. Kelly situation?
We talked about it today.
What did
We
he
talked
say?
about it
What was
today,
his
and the
thought?
first thing he said, he was like, "Look, the guy was railroaded." As he said that Gloria already did the same thing that she did with him. You parade women out, and you stir up the public sentiment to go against him, and that's what they did to R. Kelly. My client was conviction was vacated by the Pennsylvania State Supreme Court because they saw the truth. And what we see in America today, with R. Kelly is the assault on black men. And this is an assault on successful black men who are doing great things.
So when we see like those R. Kelly fans that are sticking by him, hoping that maybe they look at R. Kelly or they look at Cosby's case and say maybe R. Kelly can get off. Maybe there'll be something.
Well, look,
do you see that happening with his case?
I see
Kelly has
R.
gotten
Kelly
off
as
plenty.
a strong case on appeal. And I think when he gets to the appellate court and when he gets to the highest court in the land, I think we'll see a conviction overturned. I think it's unfortunate that this man, even before he was ever brought to trial, he wasn't given bond. He had to sit in jail. We see Harvey Weinstein, who was out on bond. We see the black and white issue. We see this cancel culture issue in America. We've seen it, and we see what's the assault on
We're gonna
successful black
cancel
men who have
people
wealth.
taking
And that's what
advantage
we're
of
seeing
minors.
today. I think what black people have to do and fans have to do is say no to Gloria Allred and her racist tactics.
No.
We see she went after Shaquille O'Neal, Tiger Woods. She only go after black men who have money and success.
No, she go after black men that commit crimes.
No. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna sit here and put him in the same category as people who have been attacked just because they're rich. This dude legit, he had sex tapes. What the hell are you talking about?
You literally made your own evidence trail.
You know how many people passed that video around, and to be honest, no one's saying anything about all them. They were all trafficking and child porn at that point.
Yeah, like they're all assailants to this, right? Why aren't they going to jail?
Guilt or innocence? Dude, he pissed on a damn teenage girl.
He made records.
And to be honest, the parents should also be fucking put in jail to
He
be
made records about hiding in the
because
closet.
did they not get paid to fucking basically put these girls in front of his ass?
And keep their mouth shut.
What annoys me is like hearing this case. It brings up that Stanford swimmer Brock Turner, because he should have been sentenced just as hard as R.Kelly's getting sentenced. So I kind of do see a disparity between a white college athlete who's a male and a black musician who's a male. But I do feel.
Point blank
Hold
period,
on. Let me finish.
white people.
Let me finish.
There are certain offenders who have the same charges. Sometimes, I'm not gonna say sometimes, the majority of the time, black people get longer charges. That is true.
What I do think is wrong here is there should be a standard of, hey, like Brock Turner, hey, you committed rape. You raped a woman who was drunk and passed out. You should be in fucking jail right now, not on fucking probation in Ohio. You should be in jail. I get you're still registered as a sex offender for life, and your life is going to be shitty because of that, but you didn't serve what you should have served. And in this case, I think R. Kelly is at least getting the right sentence.
Yep.
Well, that was my point where I was trying to get to, where just because a white person gets a lighter sentence doesn't mean a person of color should get that same lighter sentence. The problem, it should be the other way around.
It should
be
based on the crime you committed.
Evil sentence.
Yep,
So
based
like
on the crime you committed.
Like, yeah, if you commit armed robbery and you commit armed robbery, you should both get the same.
Both committed homicide. You both go to jail for the same shit.
But using somebody that's white as an example to be like, well, this person committed this crime and got this sentence, so therefore this person should get the sentence. Like, no, actually, the sentence should fit the crime.
Mm-hmm.
Just because somebody got off lightly doesn't mean that was the right thing.
Right.
Agreed. And I think that's where
already
judges
anticipating an appeal.
And that's the thing too. I think that's where judges need to be like more firm. I don't want to hear, well, I think he was a good child. He just made a mistake. No, motherfucker. He made a fucking mistake. Make him own it.
Yep.
Make her own it. Make whoever the fuck fucks up own it. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't
on a quick side note, y'all remember Saisha Mercado, right? The American Idol star that had her kids taken away from her by CPS.
Oh yeah.
Because they believed that her child was being malnourished because she was weaning him off breast milk and onto formula.
Right.
Uh-huh.
She has been reunited with her children.
Good for her. And I would sue CPS and motherfuckers.
But the only thing is, she shouldn't have had to even go through that. And she's not the only one. There are a lot of other families that end up having their children taken away from CPS making bad judgment calls. There was one CPS worker who literally just removed the child because she didn't like how the parents responded to her asking about COVID precautions. As in, she didn't like their tone of voice when they responded.
Here's my thing. CPS workers are not medical professionals in any way. They're really just social workers. So on the medical side, they don't know shit. Why the fuck should they even do anything based off that?
It was an excuse so she could basically put in an order to remove the child. And let's go ahead and move on to the next article. Oh, shit. All right, so we got a TikTok Karen who gets upset because a husky is left in a Tesla on dog mode.
Oh, what a dumb biatch.
So I don't know where this took place, but I'm basically going to ask you whether this person was a Karen or just a concerned civilian. So this Tesla driver pulled up to a CBS and was putting the Tesla into dog mode, which turns on the AC and keeps the inside cool temperature.
Yep.
When that person returns from their CBS run, there's a quote unquote Karen.
Smash out the window.
A hard time. They smashed the window, but it's like, why do you leave your dog inside? It's really hot. You should do better.
And when
here's my number one question.
Hold on. When he explained to her that the car is in dog mode, so the dog is perfectly fine, it's air conditioned, she said, "No, you shouldn't leave him in there. It's cruel."
Okay, here's my thing. Most people don't even know shit about the car they drive. So they're probably not going to even understand the concept of a car having dog
Like
mode.
she didn't even believe him when he
Exactly.
said that the car is in dog mode. And in fact, we
But
got a
because
video.
she doesn't shit, and two, like, unless you see the dog in distress, like with its tongue hanging out, like begging, like looking like it's dying of heat exhaustion, fuck off.
Pull up this cute ass
Today,
dog.
a Karen
This dog
said
is so
I
cute.
shouldn't be leaving my dog in the car when I came back from CVS. I told her the car has dog mode and he's more comfortable in there than outside. She didn't believe me and told me it was cruel.
And yet the dog doesn't want to get out.
Because he's so damn comfortable. Look at that.
Yep.
Wait, is there
Meanwhile,
actual
today,
video of the
sometimes
lady
he
saying
never
shit to him?
even wants to leave the car.
I tried finding that. No, he just did a TikTok after the encounter.
So
Like the dog legit just got back in the passenger.
yeah,
Dog, nah, bro, I'm good. Fuck that shit.
Jesus.
I would
Like,
say where she becomes a Karen. My vote is where she becomes a Karen is when she keeps insisting after being explained to. Because me as a dog owner, I would be a concerned person about a dog in a
Mhm.
car.
Yep.
But if
Here's the-
somebody's like, "Oh no, bro, the car set up," with the whole thing, go, "Oh, my bad, bro."
Yeah.
Dude, I've had people at Costco, complaining, hey, there's a dog in the car. And we ended up having to go find the owner, have them get the dog out the damn car, or at least roll the windows down or something. But if someone explains, hey, the car's in dog mode, so the dog's perfectly fine,
What's the
walk the
feature on
fuck
all
away.
Teslas too?
What, do
Yeah.
you really need to fucking get your sense of justice because you feel that it's wrong?
So you know what this just reminded me of? Like back in 2012, 2011, when the Tesla Model S came out, this family had the jump seats in the back that face towards the hatch. And when they got to their house, they opened the hatch, and two of their kids came out of the hatch. The other two kids came out of the back seat. Well, somebody called the cops to go investigate why they were smuggling their kids in the trunk when
Oh, for
there's
fuck's sake.
clearly the jump seats back there with the seat belts. And when the cops came, the owner of the car was like, "Look, dude, check this out. It's a Tesla Model S." And the cop was like, "Oh, that's fucking awesome."
They seriously thought
Right.
they thought they were stuffing the kids in the fucking trunk?
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't even know
my
shit
God.
about their own fucking personal vehicle. There's people who buy a Toyota and don't ever change the oil until the motor blows up. So how the fuck are you going to come out here and say you shouldn't have your dog in the car when it's hot, or you in a Tesla it's made to deal with that, or you shouldn't have your kids riding back there when fucking like what? Didn't we have rear-facing seats in station wagons and SUVs in the 70s and shit?
Yeah, and no fucking seatbelts.
I used to fucking ride in the back of my parents' Ford Escort station wagon as a kid. I thought it was fucking amazing.
So many kids used to bounce around in the back of those fucking station
Dude,
wagons.
I was one of them. I loved it.
Chris,
That's
what
what
were
I'm
you,
saying. Like, people need to
you
fuck
turned out
off.
dumb. I'm kidding.
Chris,
Okay.
before we cut you off?
Oh, I was gonna say that she's for sure a Karen, and I love
Mhm.
like to you guys' whole point where you're saying you know it, like most people don't even know anything about their own car. Like if I was going by and I saw the dog in like a Jetta or some shit like that, maybe I'd be like, that dog's probably, we should probably say something.
Yeah.
But it's a fucking
Oh,
Tesla.
The dog is sitting on a computer
Shit's
on
designed
wheels.
to meet every single one of your needs almost.
Exactly. You think Elon Musk is gonna risk his stock prices over a dog? Hell no.
Hey, hell
He
no.
thought
Those
of
things
that.
they're almost at $900 today a share. So hey,
Exactly.
because of that shit. Oh man.
Yeah, I think where she became persistent, that's where she became a Karen.
Well, it's like once you don't back off after being explained to, yeah.
Concerned citizen 1, Karen, the moment you don't back down after you've already been explained that, hey, the dog is fine, car's in dog mode, go fuck yourself with a cactus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I also doesn't understand, like, Huskies are a vocal breed, so if they're in discomfort, they'll
Dude,
just yell.
Huskies bitch and complain like there's no tomorrow. They're like privileged white girls. Have you ever talked to a Husky and tell them to do something? They literally bark back at you like, "Roo, roo, roo, roo."
Yeah, that's
They are
called
literally
personality.
they are the most pretentious fucking dogs out there.
And it is the funniest shit to watch.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh,
You should
shit.
buy a Husky, man. It'll be great. Get a girl that'll fit in with your daughters.
They got too much energy. I don't know if we got the time to go. Actually, with 2 girls, maybe I do have time to waste energy.
Jose,
Yep.
you know damn well if you get a dog, you're going to be the one walking it.
Yeah. Unless it's a girl dog, then maybe I'll just hang out with the girls. But
He's still going to be the one walking it.
yeah, I know.
How was that changing?
Hey, he could use the exercise. It's good for
Damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
so could you, Jabba.
Oh, you're playing Bill Cosby.
him.
All right, next article. An ex-Disney Tinkerbell says married men would hit on her and offer their hotel keys.
Oh my.
No
Yeah,
shit.
dude. So this chick is named Sarah Daniels. She's 32 and she used to dress up as Tinkerbell at, I believe, was Disney World or Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, it was very common for her to have a lot of dads try to slip her the hotel key
Wow.
and then tell her which hotel they're staying at. And she goes on to say that because at Disneyland, no character is allowed to say no. Like the word no is not in their vocabulary while they're on the clock.
And in fact, you can hear it in her own words.
Yeah, here, let's play that.
That's crazy.
So let me be honest, I was always caught really off guard when people would do this. So usually, if I was having an issue, I would divert them to my character attendant because you're not supposed to say no. You're not supposed to say no, just straight up. Like as a face character, no is not in your vocabulary. You have to find ways around no. Like, Tinkerbell, can you fly for us? Well, Fairy Mary wouldn't like it because then I wouldn't have enough pixie dust to get back to the mainland, blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that. So, usually divert the attention to the character attendant and they will take care of the creepy dads for you. So let me be honest.
What does she give them? Do they give them a handy J in a bathroom or something?
Can you imagine the attendants to do? He's like, look, she's
Is
not
anybody
allowed
else
to touch
curious
you.
to see if we could get some of that pixie dust though?
God, dude, I don't even know what to say about this one. I mean,
Yeah, that's
damn.
That's
Like,
for
what?
pushing
Like
it.
even if she took the goddamn hotel key, bitch, you there with your kids? What you gonna do? Send them down to the arcade? Like, hey
Yeah,
kids,
like,
don't
how
come
are
in
you
the
gonna-
room.
How are you
Daddy's
gonna
got
find
some
the free time to
business.
pull this off? Like, she has a work schedule, like set hours. Like, how is she just gonna walk away from the park and go to your hotel in costume?
What happens in Disneyland stays in Disneyland.
You mean ends up on a movie?
Like,
About
hey
to stick it
everyone,
in the happiest place on earth.
come see her get railed by fucking Steven.
Oh man,
Jesus Christ, dude! Like, don't get yeah.
I didn't know they had attendance.
I figured they would.
My thing is that like, okay, I'm obviously married and like, why not just ask your significant other to role play?
Yeah.
Hey babe, want to dress up like Tinkerbell?
Mm-hmm.
Oh damn, I wasn't even asking you, but okay.
Rick, I
She
wonder
didn't
if
even
it's,
think about that. Fuck.
What do you say? Yes or no, Marcus?
You obviously said yes because it's surprised that she just said for sure.
You are the most clueless person ever.
Straight said say less and then came out of the closet already dressed. What's up, Jose?
Disney
It'd be like
one.
a traditional thing, like older, dads and older husbands that are trying to get at her.
I would think so. Like somebody that's because I don't know, dude. I feel like at least in my relationship, I feel like if I asked for something like that, it wouldn't be like asking for something over the top.
Right.
Right.
I think you mentioned it like a few episodes back, where like the running joke for what do you call it? When, like baby boomers was like how unhappy they were in their marriage with like the old ball and chain.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I think the boomer generation is I hate my wife, and our generation is I hate my life.
Right.
I've heard boomers say I hate my life.
It's usually because it's reverted back to their wife.
Life is their life.
I mean, I hate my life because you've made it impossible for me to purchase things that you were able to purchase at my age, but hey, or even younger, but
Thanks for clarifying that for no one.
Swear.
not you guys.
Welcome to another episode with Julio. No one cares.
Life with Julio coming to you guys pretty soon.
You know now I gotta make that sound, Ricky.
Ah, shit.
With the echo trailing off, no one cares.
Alright.
cares.
We'll have the graphic come across the screen too. As long as I don't shit myself in the next hour, I'm okay.
Good luck. All right, next dirty joke. It's another Lil Johnny story. All right. At school, Lil Johnny's classmate tells him that most adults are hiding at least one dark secret. So it's very easy to blackmail them by saying, I know the whole truth. So Lil Johnny decides to go home and try it out. Johnny's mother greets him at home. He tells her, I know the whole truth. Her mother quickly hands him $20 and says, just don't tell your father.
Oh my.
Quite pleased, the boy waits for his father to get home from work and greets him with, I know the whole truth. The father promptly hands him $40 and says, please don't say a word to your mother. Very pleased, the boy is on his way to school the next day. When he sees the mailman at his front door, the boy greets him by saying, I know the whole truth. The mailman immediately drops the mail, opens his arms, and says, then come give your dad a great big hug.
Oh! Damn!
Wow.
Even
I was
little
expecting
Johnny
that.
had to shit himself right there.
Talk about spilled tea.
Dude.
Bro.
Wow.
I'm wondering what the look on Johnny's face was, because he's like, fuck,
Uh-oh.
a joke backfired.
Holy
Can't win them
cow.
all, Johnny. You can't
guys-
win them all.
You guys
Nah.
think Johnny went postal after that?
Question, do you think he's gonna dress up like a mailman for Halloween?
Fuck Halloween. He's gonna dress up like a mailman to go postal.
Oh shit.
All right, moving on to dumbass of the week. And the picks are in. First item. Anti-vax pro-Trump TikToker. Why is all our stories about TikTok?
Dude.
Flaunts
We should ask
fake
our
vaccination
TikTok
card
department.
and gets reported
I know,
to
right?
the FBI.
That's awesome.
And I have the video.
Oh, even better.
This
Let's
run
do
it.
chick blew my mind.
Yep.
Dude.
Let's all watch.
Why are they this dumb?
Still hasn't been vaccinated. Me.
What you gonna do about it?
Might literally report you to the FBI for a fake COVID vaccine card. On the card, look.
Oh, dude. Oh,
Even got her
Samantha.
Facebook.
damn. It doesn't get
Even
more
to a
official
whole
than
other
that.
level.
See,
It
here's
is
the
more
thing, here's the
official
thing
than
about idiots on TikTok or any damn social media site. So when you go around trolling people or doing stupid shit like this, thinking that it's anonymous, and yes, I'm talking about mostly keyboard warriors who go around doing racist shit, you expect to not get found. But there are people who literally spend their time tracking you idiots down.
For
If
fun.
they can find a Karen friggin' slapping a damn Navy sailor, they can find your stupid ass.
I report
Listen,
sideshow
has-
Highway Patrol every week.
Has anybody ever seen the videos where internet sleuths literally troll what's his name from fucking Transformers?
Who's Shia LaBeouf?
Shia LaBeouf, bro.
I don't
Yeah,
think I've
there's
seen
like
it,
a
but-
whole thing where they like troll him, right? And then by the third time that he moves because he did this art piece in New York, and internet sleuths figured out where it was, and then they trolled him by like going there dressed like Hitler and shit. It was just like then he like hung up this American flag, and they trolled him by figuring out where it was, and then taking it down and putting up a Trump hat and a Trump shirt instead of the flag. And at one point, it was just the flag hanging inside a room with a window in the background. And this is how good internet sleuths are. That's why I mean, like, you can't get away with shit. If you think you're being anonymous on the internet, it's not going to work. People literally use that window to look at airplane flights going by and timing it with the sun coming up and the sun setting to find out where on the globe this window was.
All these
And based on
motherfuckers
that, they
studying
were
for
able to
Sherlock Holmes.
triangulate this shit.
What the fuck? They probably even got the numbers off the tails of the plane.
Internet,
Dude, it was
Sherlock
insane.
Holmes.
And this is what I mean. Like,
God.
there's no such thing as anonymity on the internet.
No, hell no.
Jesus.
If you want anonymity, go live in the middle of the woods by yourself with no contact.
This is exactly why I always say, like, y'all need to be careful of the shit you post on the internet, because you piss off the wrong one, guess what? They will find your ass. Like, shit,
I would agree.
there was one kid who was going around just trolling people and shit. His mom got on his TikTok and basically made a video saying he's fucking grounded. He ain't gonna get his phone back. I'm deleting this account after this video.
Hell yeah.
All because
nice.
someone found his ass and found his mom, sent her a damn email, and that's how she found out he was going around harassing people.
Yeah, but telling on yourself is the popular thing on the internet, right? Like, we got all these fucking Gen Zers running around doing devious licks.
Yep.
Have you guys seen what? Kind of going off of that, it's hilarious. So TikTok, the largest thing is all these girls being scandalous and stuff like that. My favorite thing is when a guy screenshots it, finds her Facebook, finds her dad, and then sends the video to her dad and says, "This is your daughter."
Damn.
Hey,
I've seen so many of those, and it makes me just die laughing.
I got a similar
That's
story.
hilarious. Somebody send a picture of you being a TikTok to your dad?
No, dude. So
God.
I dated this chick who was like a massive hoe years ago, right?
Then you didn't really date her.
Shut up, fucker. I've been inside her
For the
house.
streets.
I know, no shit. That's what
Belongs to the streets.
Let me talk.
It belongs to the street.
I've been inside of her house multiple times, right? Her parents never knew about it.
So has
Is that what she
everybody else.
calls her box?
Right. And then her dad is an iron worker who makes like iron gates and shit. And the gate at the ambulance company I worked at broke down. And so one day, when I'm a supervisor, I'm just like driving in and out the entire day, going in and out of the office. And he keeps looking at me waving. And I'm just thinking in my head, bro, if you only knew the fact that I've been inside your like oldest daughter and inside your house and the other little details that go along with that, like you would fucking not be waving at me all cheery and shit right now.
Speaking of telling on yourself.
You don't know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
I think
don't
he's more worried about you being inside his house than his
He
daughter.
legit
He
just
knows his
said her
daughter.
dad was an iron gate worker. Right? He makes iron gates and shit, right?
Yeah.
It's not that fucking.
We just talked about how easy it is
It's
to figure
not
shit
that
out on the
fucking
internet.
big a fucking profession. I'm pretty sure he knows exactly who the fuck you're talking about.
If you remember.
You dumbass.
I didn't say what word.
Doesn't matter.
You were telling me that she followed in her dad's footsteps and worked iron.
Yep, she worked with them rods.
Just not yours.
She's a very good skilled welder.
No, she worked enough rods to make a fence.
No offense.
Oh, let me guess. Julio was the ornament that goes on top of the fence.
I mean, she definitely polished off my ornament for sure.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Next, we got a preacher with an offensive sign gets decked by a student. And on this one, basically, this dude is at this campus flashing this sign around like, girls need to go back into the kitchen. We need to burn all leggings. We need to burn legging underwear. Girls should not go to college. Just rent stupid shit. So someone finally gets fed up and decides to hit this motherfucker with the Hadouken.
Marcus, one funny detail that I think needs to be mentioned is that preacher's wife was also there.
Yeah. Holding up the same fucking signs.
I had a sign that said, "Women are weaker than men."
Yeah.
That
shit ironic.
Oh my god.
That one wasn't.
Ugh.
Those
Depends on the
women
kind of weaker that you
still
think.
fucking people like that.
And I got a clip. I remember where I put it. Oh, right there. Fight!
Damn. What?
Going ham.
Shit, holy shit.
The cops are trying to break it up.
Holy shit.
Finish him. Who the fuck is the dude screaming? Oh, shut up.
White dude with the camera.
World
World star.
This motherfucker's like overhyping it and shit.
I mean, dude,
She hit him once. He fell. You're like, oh. Shut your ass.
Dude.
That was rough.
Yeah.
That was rough. I don't necessarily agree with the signs. Let's make that perfectly clear. But if the signs were to say, imply like weaker than men as far as mentally, did she not just prove him right though? Because I mean, how many of us actually react violently to most signs?
Well, when you put it like that.
Yeah. Not really.
You know what I mean? I get it. Like, yes, freedom of speech doesn't mean that your speech, especially if it comes across as some form of hate speech, isn't going to have a form of consequence.
Mm-hmm.
But just because you find something offensive does not give you the right to get physical.
That whole freedom of speech is it's tailored towards the government, meaning you have freedom of speech to not be persecuted by the government for things you say. It ain't got nothing to do with you saying something to someone else. Because, yeah, you have the right and freedom to say what you want to say. But just like you can say what you want to say, people basically, dish out the consequences for,
It doesn't exclude you from the consequences. I think people seem to.
No, it doesn't, but it also shouldn't mean that. Okay, so.
But it shouldn't be like
was saying was horrible
for saying what you
Yes,
said.
what he was saying was horrible, and I don't agree with it. But it does not give the girl any right to get physical with him.
You just whomp his ass right there.
No, I mean it doesn't give her a right, but he created that environment, like a hostility around him.
No, yeah, totally.
It's like
but you could
Canelo
remove your if you're getting offended by the situation, you could always remove yourself from that environment. It's like going to a party and realizing that there might be a fight that's about to break out at the party. You don't necessarily have to stick around to be involved in the fight.
Right.
It's like the Canelo Caleb Plant face off, where Caleb Plant basically said the motherfucker comment, and Canelo reacted.
Yeah.
With that two-piece special.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but you're using an environment where these are two fighters that are supposed to be getting into a fight. And even with the Canelo motherfucker comment, right? Like there was a translation issue there because Canelo, when then interviewed, took it as this dude's talking about my mom.
Yeah.
He knew.
I mean, technically speaking, no. I mean, motherfucker means you fuck people's mothers.
Well, the actual, where the term was created was during slavery, where they would literally make sometimes the son, if he was very strong and the mother was still in good shape, fuck, and they would call them motherfuckers while they did it.
Did anyone ask for a history lesson?
You just got one, bitch.
But anyways, my point being is that
right the fuck
if those women were offended by what he was saying, they could have easily removed themselves from that environment because it wasn't open campus. It's not like they were stuck in this room with this person.
Right.
True.
It's not like it was Batman getting 5 minutes alone with the Joker in the interrogation room.
Real.
But then at that point,
I just don't agree with what he said at all. I just don't think that the girl had any right to get physical with him.
Right, but do you think the university should have done more and to like make sure he's not promoting hate speech at their campus?
I mean, I
Because
think the
he's a
university
preacher.
should
He's
have
not
done
a
more.
student.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a preacher. I think if the university realized that the environment was getting tense, they should have done more to escort him off the campus in a peaceful manner.
I'm betting
Agree.
he basically
Like, you
told
have
them, like,
plenty
I'm
of
here to
cops right
basically
there.
try and
Why?
steer people towards, the word of God, and then he
Well, here's
put
the
up
thing.
those damn signs.
You had plenty of police officers right there. Why wasn't he already being escorted by them instead of them just stepping in out of nowhere,
He
right?
wasn't because they were there just to stop people from beating his ass.
And what happened? He still got his ass beat.
All right, moving on to the next dirty joke. Another Johnny one. Let's see if he gets. Let's see if he gets a twofer. Little Johnny was sitting in class one day, and the teacher was talking about life and asked him, "Little Johnny, how do you want your wife to be like?" And he answered, "Like the moon." The teacher said, "That's such a beautiful answer because it's calm and peaceful." And Johnny said, "No, because it appears at night and disappears in the morning."
Damn.
Damn, little Johnny.
He's
This
on to
boy-
something, though.
This boy
Boy,
got no
he's on to
chill.
something.
Bro,
He
little
had no
Johnny.
chill.
That boy's future's going to be pretty bright.
All right,
So what's
so next
Beautiful.
segment, what are you doing? So we got rapper Eminem served pasta to the first 10 guests at the opening of his new restaurant.
Only the first 10?
At least that's what it said.
What the?
First 10 people to walk through the door, he served them pasta. And it's called Mom Spaghetti.
That's a good name.
These
Wait.
weak arms are heavy.
Spaghetti with meatballs for $12, huh? Ooh. Anybody interested in going to Detroit and checking out this
Jose,
restaurant?
isn't this your story?
no, it's Julio's story.
It's actually mine, bro.
Then how about you regale the people instead of sitting in silence, idiot?
Sorry, man. I'm looking at the menu here. It looks pretty appetizing. So, yeah, he pretty much opened up a restaurant.
You have bubble guts, but you're still willing to eat.
Not right now.
Idiot.
By the time I
Is
booked
there
my
food
flight,
in front of me? All I'm going to do is
I don't know.
drinking water to stay hydrated.
Would you just tell them about the article?
Yeah, so he pretty much opened a restaurant called Mom Spaghetti. And yes, he did serve the first 10 guests personally out the window that he had at the restaurant. There's not much information on it from CNN, but there is a video he recorded.
Did he wear
Yep.
gloves in case his palms are sweaty?
No, from the picture here, he's literally
Yeah,
handing
he's
me like
racist.
a container. No mask or nothing either.
Eminem cooking up something special for his hometown.
Yeah, today's a great opening of his new restaurant in the D. It is called Mom Spaghetti. Fox 2's Josh Landon is live. Preview. We've been waiting for it, Josh.
Dude, that looked like Jonah
Thank you.
Hill.
Good morning to you. Well, the wait is
Dude,
close
I
to
thought so.
over. It's a
What about
very
that?
unique idea. Let's take a look at this commercial that you're going to be seeing on television to get more into this whole concept. Take a look.
Get your sweaters ready, Detroit. Mom Spaghetti is coming to 2131 Woodward Avenue. Want some road pasta after the game?
Got that.
Meatballs?
You know we got that.
What about the Sketty sandwich? Mom's got that too. Get ready to get some Mom Spaghetti, Detroit. Opening in the alley next to Union Assembly this September. 313-888-8388. Mom Spaghetti. It's all ready. Ready.
Yeah, what?
Get your sweat.
You guys want to go to
What?
Detroit?
Yeah. Today, that new restaurant opens here in Detroit, and maybe you can lose yourself in one of its three menu options. Now, the concept is based on a line from the actual song Lose Yourself on the 8 Mile movie and soundtrack. Now, you may recall the hook. His palms
This
are
guy
sweaty,
related to
knees
Julio
weak,
explaining the
arms
joke?
are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom Spaghetti. And that's the reason for this interesting table manners at the beginning of that commercial. Nevertheless, Eminem, the Detroit area native, is opening Mom Spaghetti here in downtown Detroit. Now, doors open today at 5. Therefore, the wait is almost over. Again, it's here on Woodward, right across from Comerica Park. The 3 menu options are only 3. You might expect Mom Spaghetti for $9. The $12 option includes meatballs, and then there's the Sketty sandwich for $11. Eminem hosted a Mom Spaghetti pop-up shop 4 years ago. Last year, he donated spaghetti to frontline workers during the
I see
pandemic.
a
So
vegan
pretty much,
option on the menu
come out
of
of
that
Comerica
window.
Park, right
It's
across
$14.
inside of Little Caesars headquarters, world headquarters. And right there on the corner where you see that heart, that is Mom Spaghetti, adjacent to the Fillmore. Very interesting, to say the least. Three
Right
menu
next to Little
options.
Caesars,
What you
world
see is
headquarters.
what you get. By the way, I know my rap skills are not even in the same universe as Eminem. I just wanted to give you that hook to remind folks of what the whole concept comes from. Spaghetti, I'm sure to be some good starch after a Tigers game, Lions game, Pistons, Red Wings game. I just hope it's good. That's all we're hoping for. Just make sure it's good spaghetti. You can't really screw that up. So we shall find out later on today at 5 p.m. in downtown Detroit, guys.
Anybody feel like this guy's kind of insulting Eminem right there?
This guy looks like he ain't heard a rap song in his whole life.
Eminem
For
insulted
real.
himself with that terrible ad. That looked like it was made by a 5th grader. How much
Dude,
is that
that's
guy
an
worth?
ad.
I honestly don't think he gave a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm probably not, but
Do you guys see the picture in the article where he's handing the container of spaghetti? He looks like just take this shit and get out.
He's
That
pissed.
should look like the video where they advertise Oakland and they talk about whistle tips.
Is it Friday where we had finger licking good chicken so good makes you want to slap your mama?
Slap your mama. No, the barbecue.
Finger
Barbecue.
licking.
Yeah.
Slap your mama. Yeah.
A real meal for $5? Pretty sure that's the same commercial, right?
Real meal. Real meal for $5.
Finger
Yeah.
licking, finger
I'm looking
licking,
here at that photo. It says spaghetti with vegan balls.
That looks
Damn,
worse.
why do I want the KFC famous bowl now? Shit.
Hey man, you want some gravy and chicken? What's wrong with that?
That looked worse than the chopper commercial. You know, with that one white guy that sells you that chopper little thing to fucking cut your onions and shit.
Oh, the slap chop? Yeah.
The slap chop. There it is.
More slap chops.
There's more.
Shit, wait.
Oh man.
I'm not gonna lie though. I'd want to check it out. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Let's go to
I'm in Detroit. I'm definitely going.
We should host
sandwich.
We should host Meet the Fans of Detroit.
All right, next we got man hosts a real life sex education podcast with his
that's on
mother.
me. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take a skip across the pond, guys.
Oh my.
So apparently there was some kind of Netflix show. It's a Netflix TV show where the dude goes to school and he gives his friends advice through like a fucking stall. Imagine a glory hole without the glory hole. Like people go into the bathroom and sit in the stall like it's a confessional and shit and ask this dude fucking
Sexual
advice
confessions.
Yeah. Right. It's like fucking sexual confessions and shit. And they ask him for advice and shit, and then he would go home and then he'd ask his mom. This was on the show. So on the show he would go home and he'd ask his mom and then come back and give answers to the questions. Well, apparently there's a guy from I forgot. So he's from across the pond, I think somewhere in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And he fucking hosts. He watched this. He like came across it on Netflix while watching it with his mom, and it turns out that the show reminded him of his real life because his mom is a sex therapist, and he hosts a podcast where he talks about like sex therapy stuff with his mom. So his mom is his co-host.
I was about to say it's not the chick we had on our podcast last.
Nah.
Bro.
No,
that would have been too weird.
Get the bag.
Yeah, apparently when they saw this on Netflix, they said that they didn't even bother to keep checking it out because it was just basically their life. They've lived it. Where talking about sex at the dinner table was a very common thing, and he would come to his mom with questions that his buddies would have.
Dude, they're already on their 3rd season.
Dude, it's just weird to me. Like I'm all for.
Of course, he would look it up.
Being
on the New York Times,
and now he's gotta try and make sure he can find it later.
Yeah. No, but it is on the New York Times. It's on the New York Post.
I don't care.
Of course you don't.
Moving on. So, a woman has heavenly orgasms in threesomes with her husband and God.
Yes, that's me again. So I don't know if you guys remember, but a while back.
God.
Yes, I don't know if you guys remember, but a while back, this Colorado woman was also in the news because she had an OnlyFans. And the thing
Oh,
about this is not
Mhm.
just that she has an OnlyFans, it's that she has an OnlyFans because she's a devout Christian, and God came to her and told her that she needed to start an OnlyFans so that she could show off the beauty of the female body. Well, now she's on the news again because apparently her and her husband regularly have threesomes with God, and she has heavenly orgasms because of it.
I'm out.
Wait, there's no
Right
there's
there.
no third person involved. They're just saying it's God and her husband.
Yes. So Nita Marie, she's 45, now says she's experiencing heaven in the sexual trinity with her husband and the Almighty.
Screw that. How
Wow.
the hell are you competing with God dick?
That's far from what I was thinking, but okay.
yeah. No, so
I mean,
I
go ahead.
say like apparently like she prays right before having sex, right?
Yes.
I mean, don't women pray during when they're screaming, "Oh my God, oh God, oh my, oh God," all that shit?
I'm guessing that's something you've never heard. Is that why you're asking us?
No, I'm saying like, isn't that?
Well, here's the thing.
Sorry, bro.
She goes along the lines of saying there's nothing more fulfilling or satisfying than when you experience God's love for you while pleasuring your partner.
Hey.
And where is God? In your butthole?
What?
It's weird.
What? Like where? Yeah, like is it the butt plug that you just got stuffed in there, where you're getting rammed in the vag? What are you talking about? That makes no sense.
Dude.
I guarantee the husband probably asked, "Is he bigger than me?"
No, the husband's probably thinking, "Is the heavenly Father satisfying you? If not, I
No,
can."
the fuck he is not.
Dude, this shit makes no sense. What the fuck,
People are
Dude.
crazy. And weird.
dude? I'm at a loss for words with this shit.
Just saying, like Marcus said, bro, you can't compete with God's level dick.
Nope.
Yeah.
Just,
I
I
mean,
mean, I've heard of I've heard of big dick energy, but I haven't heard of God dick energy yet. You know what I
you
mean?
have
Thanos
now.
level dick.
Fucking deity dick.
The heavenly Lord Slong
Double D.
has entered the building.
she gets herself a nice spiritual spinal.
A godly colonic.
See,
The heavenly gates have been opened.
Womp womp womp.
Oh, whatever. So where's Satan in all this? You know,
we
does
really
he
gotta sit him down and make him watch some comedy shit so he can get his joke game up.
So does Satan get in there and get to have his little like 4-way action with them then?
Did you read the article?
Oh,
That'd-
sad.
Did it
That'd be
say
wild.
anything about Satan?
Put him in this, man. I, mean, I think he should be. Just
Apparently,
saying,
he's in you, in your butthole.
It's a little devious. That's crazy.
dude, that is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
can't make this shit.
Now, guys, don't knock her spirituality.
What guys? So funny if the internet didn't exist and we didn't have this capability, we probably wouldn't even know about this, nor would we be having this conversation.
Bullshit.
Do you really think? How else would people find it? I mean, there wouldn't even be an OnlyFans.
There
for her to
was
post.
a certain thing called the news on the television.
Yeah, but
and there was this thing. I know that you choose not to remember it, but there was this thing called pornography magazines.
And
I
tapes.
because I remember finding them as a kid.
Because if she can't use a webcam, she'll probably use a video camera.
I'm pretty sure there's a distributor that would put the videos out there.
Yeah, that statement of yours was almost as dumb as her fucking understanding of God.
God
I take
told
that
her.
back. God's dick told her. His dick has
God
ears.
sounds like her pimp.
Wow, we just called God a pimp.
I mean, he's just.
I don't think I've ever heard that put
He's
together.
just sitting up there watching everybody just fucking do
Do
whatever.
it. Yeah, that's true.
What a damn chalice.
You can't tell me God's not on the set of every porno thinking,
I thought about putting that story in the dumbass of the week, but I.
Nah, it stands by itself, bro. Honestly,
God, Dick.
that's one hell of a
The
third
holy
leg.
sausage.
That's one. The holy third leg, bro. Shit, that's.
Straight give her that devious diddle.
The glowing tripod. God damn it.
Dude.
All right, so I guess that's it for articles. So I'll go ahead and close it out with the last joke. So a salesman rings the doorbell. Little Johnny answers. Salesman asks, "Can I see your dad?" Johnny says, "No, he's in the shower." Salesman asks, "What about your mother? Can I see her?" He says, "Nope, she's in the shower too." Salesman asks, "Do you think they'll be out soon?" And Johnny just says, "Doubt it. When my dad asked me for the Vaseline, I gave him super glue instead."
Nice.
Damn, he strikes again with the fucking super glue.
First his brother, now his dad.
Damn,
Nice.
man.
He
Who's gonna
dirty
cook him
little
dinner?
shit.
Who's gonna cook little Johnny dinner tonight?
Oh God. Hey Chris, can you tell our audience where they can find you and your podcast?
Yeah, for sure. You can find my podcast everywhere. It's called You Might Be Surprised. It's on Apple, Spotify. It's on YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter at YMBS_Chris. I post funny tweets and I do a lot of things. I vlog, I podcast, I TikTok. I'm a basic fucking Gen Zer or whatever the fuck I am. But yeah.
Question:
Nothing wrong with that.
How many times were you surprised today?
Pretty surprised. But I mean, I came in here knowing the articles, but I was still surprised with everything.
How's the energy among the five of us tonight?
It was good.
Something like that.
Y'all have good combination, you know. Some of the podcasts I listen to, you can just tell that they're just there because like they have to be. But y'all are some friends just having a good ass time, and those are the best podcasts.
Thank you.
Yeah, basically this is exactly how you'd hang out with us if we were at the bar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how a podcast should be. You're just kind of just sitting there chilling. Someone says some dumb shit, and you laugh, and then you riff on that for like an hour. Yeah.
Pretty much. Yep. It's actually how it is when we hang out in person.
That's what I just said.
He thinks
Does Marcus bring
coming out his mouth.
the sounds as well? So whenever someone says something dumb, he just plays on his phone.
Yeah, he's our soundboard.
Yeah.
So,
Soundboard, editor, IT department, tech talk.
The man behind.
I'm a jack of all trades.
Man behind the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Except I pop out.
Yeah, we don't hide our editor for shit. He's a part of the cast.
Bulls.
Basically, John Favreau and fucking Iron Man,
There you go.
but better looking.
he's my Jarvis.
He's my Jarvis.
Jarvis.
Good day, sir. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning into this latest episode. Please follow us on all our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I think that's all I got.
Rate the podcast.
That too. Please like, share, subscribe. Check us out on YouTube as well as all other podcast avenues. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.
All right, watch your foreskins, guys. Yes.
Peace.